All right, let's talk about fasting. It seems like it's absolutely everywhere right now, doesn't it? It's being sold as the latest and greatest health hack. But what if I told you its real story is way, way older and a lot deeper than just a modern trend?
I mean, it's a fair question. Why is everyone suddenly fasting? You can't scroll through your phone without seeing a fitness coach, a doctor, or some scientist talking about intermittent fasting. It's all presented like this brand new, cutting-edge discovery. But is it really new?
And you know, the reasons today make a lot of sense. It's all about optimizing our bodies, right? We're told it'll help us lose weight, boost our immunity, maybe even slow down the aging process. People want to burn fat, improve their brain function, detox their system. And look, these are powerful motivators, backed by some pretty fascinating science.
Okay, but let's just hit pause for a second, because this is where things get really interesting. If we rewind the clock, and I'm talking over 1,400 years ago, we find that fasting was prescribed for something completely different. It wasn't a health dip. It was for a purpose that goes way beyond the physical body. Check this out. This is a verse from the Quran, and it gets straight to the point. It says, "Fasting is prescribed for you that you may become righteous." Notice what it doesn't say. Nothing about weight loss or detoxing. The goal, stated right from the get-go, is to become righteous.
And this brings us to a really core concept called taqwa. So what is that? Well, a great way to think of it is like a spiritual shield. It's about building discipline, a constant awareness of God. Basically, the moral strength you need to navigate life's challenges. That is the true objective here.
So you can see this is about so much more than just skipping a meal, right? It's really framed as training for the entire soul, a time to restrain your tongue from gossip, your eyes from harmful sights, and even your heart from arrogance. It's a total body, total soul workout. Okay, but here's where the story takes a mind-blowing turn. Because while this has been a spiritual practice for centuries, modern science, just doing its thing, trying to figure out the human body, starts to discover all these amazing physical benefits that, well, they line up perfectly with this ancient wisdom. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. On one side, you have this prescription for the soul, laid out over 1,400 years ago. And on the other side, all the way over here in 2016, modern science wins a Nobel Prize for finally figuring out the cellular mechanics of why it's so good for our bodies. That time gap, it's just staggering. Yeah, 2016. That was the year. A Japanese cell biologist, Yoshinori Osumi, won the Nobel Prize in Medicine, and his research completely changed the game in how we view fasting. So what was this huge discovery? It's a process called autophagy. It's a Greek word that literally means self-eating, and it's basically your body's built-in cleaning crew. It goes around, finds damaged, junky cells, and gets rid of them, recycling the parts to make new, healthier cells. It's spring cleaning for your body on a cellular level. And what's the #1 way to flip the switch on for this process? Yep, fasting. Now, of course, fasting isn't exclusive to just one faith. Not at all. It's a practice you see in spiritual traditions all over the globe. But how it's done, and more importantly, why it's done, can be really, really different. So if you look around, you'll see different approaches. During Lent, many Christians might give up meat or certain foods. For Yom Kippur, Jewish people undertake a very intense 25-hour fast from all food and water. And then you have the fast of Ramadan in Islam, which is an entire month of no food, no water, no smoking, and no intimacy, from sunrise all the way to sunset. It's a particularly comprehensive and immersive experience.
And this really hammers home that main point, doesn't it? This isn't just a quick detox diet. The sheer intensity and the month-long duration, it's all designed for something much deeper. It's geared toward a profound internal shift, a real transformation of the soul. So what happens when we put it all together? You've got this ancient spiritual purpose on one side, and this brand new, cutting-edge scientific validation on the other. What you get is this incredible, unified prescription for being a healthy human inside and out. And when you look at all the benefits together, you see how perfectly they fit. The whole point of the act is to build spiritual muscles, things like gratitude, generosity, and humility. But then, as it turns out, that exact same act is what triggers the body's own deep cleaning and healing mode. The physical and the spiritual, they're not two different things here. They're completely intertwined. Honestly, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's just how beautifully efficient the whole thing is. You have one single act, prescribed for us, that is designed to heal the body at the very same time that it purifies the spirit. It's amazing. Which kind of leaves us with one last question to think about.
right? In this age where we're all obsessed with finding the next life hack to make us healthier and happier, what if the ultimate life hack isn't a hack at all? What if it's been here the whole time, a timeless piece of ancient wisdom, just waiting for us to rediscover it?